I'm going to try to break this to you gently. You're not a fan, you're in a cult, and you don't even know it. Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar, Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Drake, Cardi B, Mariah Carey, Donald Trump, and the grand cult daddy of them all, Kanye motherfucking West. You cry when they cry, you defend them when they do dumb shit, you buy $180 t-shirts because they tweeted, "I'm not okay." And let me tell you, celebrities and their teams are out here running whole parasocial mind control operations, and most of the public is under full hypnosis. And the wildest part, these aren't some random instances of celebrity quirks. This is textbook psychological engineering. You think it's just fandom? Nah, my friend. This is a Frankenstein blend of narcissistic personality disorder, trauma marketing, and cult playbook tactics straight out of North Korea, only with better lighting and usually a Spotify link. Here's a hint. If your tribe has a name, the Beehive, Swifties, Beliebers, etc., you are probably compromised. I understand that this is hard to accept. You might want to deny it and push back, but don't take it personally. It's not your fault. What if I told you that half of these celebrities aren't just talented, they're walking social engineering experiments, weaponized by their massive, expensive teams with emotional manipulation strategies that cult leaders and dictators have been using for centuries. The only difference, Kim Kardashian's version comes with a waist trainer discount code. Welcome to the twisted world of celebrity cults. This ain't just fandom, it's addiction. And what they don't want you to know is that you're the lab rat. So stay right here. We're about to analyze how fame became religion and how your favorite pop star became your messiah. Let me show you the dark psychological roots of this mess and how it hijacks your brain without you even realizing. But before I do, real quick, do me a favor, and if you enjoy getting the raw, behind-the-scenes, uncensored breakdown on topics nobody else is covering like this, from an insider who knows and ain't scared to reveal it, hit the button and the bell and subscribe to this channel right now. It helps the algorithm push out these videos to other intelligent, open-minded people like you who want to know the truth about the dark psychological mind games being hidden and used to manipulate them. If you do that now, I promise I'm going to provide you more and more fascinating exposés that go even deeper behind the curtain of what the rich, famous, and powerful hide from you so they can use and control you. All right? Appreciate you. That's it. Let's fucking go. Okay, just to give you some much needed context, the term cult of personality didn't come from TikTok. It was first used to describe how authoritarian regimes manipulated mass psychology to get large groups of people to idolize leaders like Stalin, Mao, and Hitler as infallible saviors. It's not just admiration, it's emotional dependency, manufactured with military-grade precision. Now, modern celebrities weaponize the exact same tactics, but instead of military parades, we get TikTok dances, apology videos, and overpriced skincare lines. According to the DSM-5, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, published by the American Psychiatric Association, narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, involves a grandiose sense of self-importance, an insatiable need for admiration, and a shocking lack of empathy. I know, it sounds like a certain billionaire rapper who wears designer bags on his face, and a certain billionaire president who wears orange Cheeto powder on his, right? Well, yeah, but it's not just them. There's a whole lot of celebrities who have NPD oozing out of their pores, but they cover it up and present it as victimhood, or sometimes even as virtue or being activists. Add in traits that a lot of celebrities have from histrionic personality disorder, aka attention addiction on steroids, and you get people who will do anything to stay in the spotlight, whether that's staging a mental breakdown, rocking back and forth and hugging themselves, crying on Instagram Live, or casually wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt to Paris Fashion Week. And don't forget the dark triad: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Basically, the triple crown of abnormal, toxic psychological traits. People with high levels of these three traits together are the kind of motherfuckers they make Netflix documentaries about what they found when they dug up their basement floor. And if they attain high levels of massive power, like say US president, you get outcomes like 1 million people dead in a virus pandemic they told you would one day disappear like a miracle, military soldiers being called suckers and losers, and people being snatched up and shipped off to a death prison in El Salvador by mistake. It's not fucking pretty. And here's the big problem for us as the public. These traits are disproportionately rewarded in the entertainment industry because they allow people to manipulate without remorse, dominate social hierarchies, and keep their followers hooked like lab rats pressing the dopamine lever. That's literally the Jeopardy answer for how to become rich and famous in Hollywood. That's why experts like Dr. Robert Cialdini, the godfather of persuasion psychology, explain that celebrities deploy tactics like social proof, everyone loves me so you should too, liking bias, look how relatable I am, you should like me and therefore buy my shit, and authority bias, I said it so it must be true, to build almost cult-like influence over their fans. So when you see Gwyneth Paltrow selling jade eggs for your vagina, or when Travis Scott launches a fast food collab right after a deadly concert stampede, you're not seeing randomness, you're seeing trauma monetized and mass manipulation disguised as authenticity. Now, let's get into some of their favorite and most effective tactics. Let me break down the greatest hits of psychological tricknology that celebrities and their PR and crisis management teams use to build, manipulate, and exploit cults of personality around them. And as usual, you know I'm coming with receipts. So let's start with trauma marketing. They weaponize their pain for profit. Think Demi Lovato, who went from overdose to docuseries to frozen yogurt scandal to a comeback tour, all in the same fucking year. Public vulnerability isn't vulnerability anymore. It's a rebranding art. Because they know you and the audience don't just empathize, you emotionally invest. Next up, parasocial hooking. One-sided emotional bonds that feel like relationships, but they're not because they only go one way. Taylor Swift's entire empire thrives on the illusion that she's your best friend from freshman year. She drops Easter eggs, handwrites lyrics, hides clues in her wardrobes. Her fans aren't just listeners, they're detectives in her inner circle. Except they're not. They're customers. The truth is, you don't know shit about her at all. You only know the carefully crafted persona that she's presented to you. Next, controlled outrage cycles. Well, Kanye West, of course. He's not the only one who does it, but he's the master. Nobody does it better, except possibly Donald Trump. This clown says something outrageous seemingly every week. Slavery was a choice. I love Hitler. I'm a Nazi. He gets publicly flamed, cries about being misunderstood, drops a documentary or an album, and is back in the headlines. It ain't chaos or mental health crisis. This is engineered virality. Every scandal is a signal boost. Now let's talk about the next one, mythology building. Elon Musk is great at this. He didn't just build or acquire companies, he built a myth. Bullied as a child, misunderstood genius, living in a box, sleeping on the Tesla floor. Except his father admits that Elon grew up wealthy, and even he says he bankrolled and sponsored Elon's early success. Plus, Elon really bought most of his companies as opposed to building them. And he has a long through line of Nazi sympathizing, symbolism, and connections that runs through him and his family's history. But even when the facts don't add up, the myth sells. His bully, genius, master of industry story becomes the emotional foundation for his followers to justify anything he does. And then finally, merch salvation. This is one a lot of people don't catch, but it's the final move. Redemption through commerce. Logan Paul apologizes for filming a dead body in Japan, then comes back with merch, NFTs, a podcast, and Prime Energy drinks. And his stands, they ate it up like communion on Sunday. The bottom line is, every manipulated emotion becomes a monetized transaction. And you, dear viewer, are not a fan. You're not their people or part of their tribe. You're a revenue stream. You're a pawn to be manipulated around the chessboard, used and sacrificed if necessary to make them richer and more famous and powerful. So now that I broke that open, I've laid it all out and exposed their game, what the hell do you do with all this, right? Simple. First, unsubscribe from the delusion. Look, some of these celebrities are incredibly talented. Some of them are hilarious. Some make amazing music, movies, and entertainment. Some of them create artistic masterpieces. Enjoy them. But you can't admire somebody without worshiping them. You can enjoy an album or a movie without defending your favorite celebrity's honor when somebody criticizes them like you're your cousin in a bar fight. You don't have to become a full-blown fucking cult member. Second, next time a celebrity meltdown or miracle transformation goes viral and you're feeling all up in arms or warm and inspired, ask yourself, is this authentic or is this a psychological sales funnel? And when a buying opportunity comes up soon after for their new merch or their new album or their film or concert or whatever, recognize and accept that you got your answer. And finally, smash that damn like button and subscribe now to What They Hide. So every damn week you can watch as I rip the mask off the modern gods of entertainment, politics, big business, and government and expose the Machiavellian mind games they use to keep you loyal, emotional, and broke. See you in the next expose. Now you know, so going forward, don't drink the celebrity cult Kool-Aid. And if you already did, I just gave you the antidote. Take it.